I'm Donna Hoffman, and I'm excited every Tuesday to welcome you to my design studio. And hello to you there, to my Design Lovelies on Facebook. So excited to have you here as well. You guys look gorgeous on Facebook. You guys look gorgeous on Insta. Like I said, I'm Donna Hoffman. They call me the Interior Design Advocate because I erase the unhappy room, the ugly result, the result that's driving you crazy. The feeling in your head that you can't get it, or that you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough to get design done. No, and more no. The only thing you're missing, lovely, it's not budget, it's not talent, it's not smarts. You do have what you need, trust me. You're missing design strategy. If you don't love your design results, you're having a design strategy derailment, or you've just never even had design strategy. And as all of my online students will tell you, once you get your hands on great online strategy or design strategy with my online courses, amazing things start to happen in your spaces. So when I'm not earning the title I'm so blessed to have as one of America's leading interior design coaches, I run a luxury interior design company based here in the Philadelphia region of the United States. And we do everything from one room, beautiful designs, to multi-room design, to let's rip it out and do some renovation, to complete design build, where we accessorize. Literally, we not only design, but we accessorize right down to the very last lamp and widget using a blueprint. So how perfect is today's Facebook Live and Instagram Live? We're talking about accessories. You heard me right. We not only do these gorgeous spaces, and I teach women to do gorgeous spaces, but here in our company, we also have to think about accessorizing spaces when we're still in the blueprint phase. Yes, before the space is built, so that when the space is built, everything can get loaded in. So because of the way we've had to work in our company, you better believe that mastering excellent strategy in design, to include strategy for accessories, definitely something that is part of what we do and part of what I love to teach to design lovers everywhere. So today's topic, and I'll take questions on this topic in a little bit, what we do every Tuesday, in case you're new to us, every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, come out here, I teach on a topic, and then I take questions on that topic. Now, every once in a while, somebody scooches in a question that is off topic, and I tend to skip over those so that I can get to the questions people are asking that are on topic, because people often show up for our Facebook Lives because you're interested in this particular topic. The only other thing I want to tell you, I'll be taking questions provided that I don't need to see a picture to be able to answer you well. I want to answer you well, not just give you a flippant answer. So if you have to start describing your space to me, or waving your hands and doing pantomime design, those are the kind of questions I'll say, hey kiddo, can't take this question because I need to see a pic. All right, so we are talking about what you're doing wrong with accessories that are stopping your beautiful results from happening. This is a big topic, but we're just going to take a little dive into it by looking at the common mistakes that you probably are making right now. One of the first mistakes that design lovers make where accessories are concerned is you really underestimate the power of your accessories in any room. And what I like to teach and what I show students and design lovers is that you can literally redo a room, reface a room with the power of accessories, right? That's tabletop, things that go on surfaces, wall art, artwork, and of course even soft goods, things like pillows, throws, etc. But very commonly, design lovers really underestimate the power of accessories. They are such power tools that you can actually take the sum total of their action in any room and give that an equal design power to other elements in a room, like the area rug, etc. In other words, said another way, if you blow it on the accessories, I don't care what you spent on the furniture. I don't care how much the window coverings are. If you blow it on the accessories, the whole room is going to fall on its duff. Okay, so something you're doing right now that's hurting you is that you're underestimating the power of your accessories. And so that manifests in behaviors like, or design moves like, not planning, or leaving it for the last minute. So we'll talk about where in a project the accessories actually come in, but underestimating your accessory power, very common. Another common mistake that you're probably making right now is that you're not layering. I had a terrific online meetup last night with my VIP student group. These are super motivated design lovers that just want to go a little further, or they want to have my eyeballs on their project and be able to talk to me. So we have these online group meetups where we can screen share, etc. And one of my students was doing a very pretty space, but it wasn't as layered and nuanced as I thought it should be. And accessories is a great way. If you feel like your furniture finishes are kind of all in the same one-note look, definitely you should be leveraging the power of accessories to layer. What do I mean by that? If everything is one note, if everything's shiny, if everything is matte, if everything is metal, if everything is wood, that's what I'm talking about as a one note. And the real beauty of well-designed spaces that brilliant designers do in the top magazines and House and Pinterest, the great show houses, these are beautifully layered accessories, okay? Meaning it's not all one thought. It's not all one note. Oh, doing something there. Okay, so not layering is big. Underestimating the power of accessories, really big. Cobbling it together. Just see that happen a lot, right? It's just another trip to Home Goods, another trip to Home Sense, or Gio is on vacation. Back in the day when we could go on vacation, can't wait for those days to come back. But you're just sort of like one-offing things and filling up carts and trying things, and there's just no rhyme or reason to it. I am telling you right now, we are going to be installing a beautiful condominium in Philadelphia for a young design professional. And we'll share pictures of that as we do it. Cool little boho Paris style that we're doing in a couple weeks. Katie and I are already talking about, okay, what are we still missing on accessories? What layers do we need to add in, right? Accessories are it's the makeup on the space, right? You look at a beautiful woman with no makeup. When you put some makeup on, suddenly the eyes come out and the lip has more definition, right? So that's really what your accessories are doing as a design action. So cobbling it together doesn't work. You need to be real specific in terms of, hey, what colors do I need to bring in, textures, etc., line, shape, form. And then leaving them as an afterthought. So what do I mean by that? Well, I don't know why this keeps happening on my Instagram feed. I'll just keep touching the screen. When you are putting together a space, do you do your accessories at the beginning? No, absolutely not. You have to make all of the key decisions in the space first, right? From layout to fabric and color and texture and the rugs and the furniture and blah, 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 blah. But as you're doing that, you should have an eye toward, in your mind's eye, what are the accessories? What's the accessory flavor going to be in this room? What kind of textures am I going to bring in to drive and support a particular design style? You should be thinking along those lines. You should be thinking along the lines of, I have no idea. I'm just going to keep touching the screen. I don't know if it's stuck or I don't know. I'll just keep going. What do I need to bring in? What is my space missing? The reason that catalog pages can look very flat. We had a great Design Diva conference last September. And I was showing all the Design Divas their pictures of spaces to really develop their design eye in one of the workshops that I taught. And I said, I want you to start looking at what makes a space dynamic versus flat. And initially, people were like, well, what's the difference? And as I continued to teach, they saw, oh yeah, that is a flatter looking interior. Oh yeah, I get where where things are falling short, where it's very one note, like a catalog page. So accessories are a great opportunity to, this doesn't look good. Whoop, pause due to poor connection. Okay, there it is. Okay, sorry. I don't know what's going on, Insta. We've had problems the last 2 weeks, and I love you girls. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, the accessories are a huge power base for you to include. And I always like to say that the sum total of all your accessories, like I said earlier, is equal to the power of any one big item in a room. So afterthought, not good. You are going to think about them as you're making all of your decisions, and you can even have a concept in your head. Let's say you're doing some built-ins around, I don't know, around your fireplace. You should have an idea, like what's going to be going into those built-ins. You won't have to have it already purchased, or you might own some of it already. But you should have a clear idea in your mind's eye, concept. What's going to be filling this bookcase, right? So important, not an afterthought. And then last but not least, something that you're doing wrong, very possibly is your accessories are looking dated. It's so easy to get used to what's in your home and just sort of look past it. But by dated accessories, things that are, part of a design style that you're not really doing anymore, you're not really using anymore. It could be that they're old and looking tattered looking. They're a little dusty and it's like dust collectors, sort of like, the whole dried flower thing and that whole things looking a little bit, a little tired, like they've spent a little tired like I am right now because I'm not sleeping very well at night. Anyway, that's another problem. But not having to do with accessories. So anyway, dated looking accessories, whether it's a design style that's not you anymore, you've started to take your home in a new direction, or a design style that's really kind of had its moment and it's done, or if things are looking tattered. Okay, so those are some of the key errors that I see brilliant design divas like you making. So if you have a question about accessories, would love to have you put that in as a gift to you. I want you to know there's a great blog post that you should be checking out. It's called 5 Tips for a Perfectly Accessorized Space. 5 tips for a perfectly accessorized space. We will have a link here on Facebook and on Instagram.
Link in bio.
Link in bio. Even though we have swiping, huh? Still link in bio. Link in bio. There it is. One day I will have that in my brain, link in bio. There it is. All right, so listen, girls, if you missed any, girls, women, divas, if you missed any portion of this, you can always find us on YouTube at the Interior Design Advocate. And if you are not already following us on Instagram, you should be doing it at decorating.genius. There it is. So let me take a look at some questions. And while you're putting in those questions, I'll also tell you that next week we're talking about outdoor rooms, whether it's a patio, a deck, covered patio, covered deck, porch. 3 challenges in designing outdoor spaces. All right, so that's next week. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of hellos on Facebook. That's the first thing that happens on Facebook. My women on Facebook are saying hello, from Elizabeth in Texas and Denise and Joan is in Northern California, and Missy is, I don't know where she is, but she's saying hi, and Ruth is in Georgia. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of hello. So hello to everybody who's saying hello. I'm getting Happy Tuesday from Birmingham. All right, so here is a question from Insta, from Angela. Hey, Angela, how are you? Angela's saying, do you approve? Angela, you're so cute. I approve, yes. Whatever it is, I approve. Do you approve of artificial plants? Home Goods has some very nice looking plants lately, Angela. So Angela, I don't know how long you've been with me, but my design divas have been with me for a while. Used to make fun of me because at first, I admit I was very anti-faux plant. I personally still love the look of a live plant ahead of faux. I do, but I recognize that some plants are total brats and hard to, deal with. And some people just feel like they don't have a green thumb. So here's what I would say with art, and I'll tell you what, to talk about plants being a brat. I don't know if I should post a picture of this. One of my fiddle leaf figs flipped me the bird today, dropped a leaf. I'm going to show you what it looks like when a fiddle leaf fig is cursing you out in fig language. Not pretty. So if you just don't want to deal with that aggravation, you got enough pressure in your life, right? You got pandemics and school's not opening. Yeah, go faux. Here's the thing with faux plants. They can look so junky. And the thing that sometimes makes them look mega junky is the container that they're in. So sometimes it's about up-leveling the container. So you can do that very easily, Angela. And sometimes if they're super duper waxy looking, they can look strange. I think some of the faux succulents look really good. And I think some of the faux floor palmy kind of things can look good too. And trying to remember who does a good fiddle leaf fig faux. I want to say it is Restoration Hardware. I don't know. I know that Katie and I ordered a faux fiddle leaf fig. It was a disaster. Oh, we sent that back. We had a photo shoot. So just look for quality, Angela. There it is. So there it is. I hope that helped you. All right, there it is. So any other questions? Follow up, Angela, feel free, or other questions from Insta. Okay, so I'm getting more hellos from Marilyn, from Brenda, and Nebraska for Mindy. I've never been to Nebraska, Mindy. I got to put that on my bucket list. And Mindy's telling me she learns a lot from me out in Nebraska. I'm so glad, Mindy. Now I definitely have to come to Nebraska. We'll do coffee or something. Joanne is saying, I have rugs in my bedroom. Is it okay to put hardwood in the hall down the stairs? Okay, Joanne, I'm sticking with accessory questions, okay? And if there's time, I'll come back to your non-spot topic specific question. All right, so Lisa's saying, thank you for the invitation. Carolyn is saying, I have a hard time picking accessories for my den. My style is more transitional to modern. Lovely, Carolyn, I like it. When I try to buy new or update, I get a little overwhelmed with the selections in the store. All right, Carolyn, good question. Smart diva. So accessories are strategy. Something I want you to do that'll make your life easier. I want you to take pictures on your iPhone or whatever phone you use. Take full room shots of what you're working on. And you can also take shots of just, I'm making this up, let's say Carolyn's working on her, I don't know, her living room. Take shots just of the coffee table as well, close-ups, and just the bookcases. So you can really see what you have, and you can really, thank you, Katie, you can really look at where are the missing pieces, because girls doing it from the memory, if you have Donna Hoffman brain, memory's not going to be so good, right? Because you're working on so many other, well, for us, we're working on a billion projects, but you've got other life things that you're working on. So pictures will really help you. And Carolyn, I want you to bring a tape measure with you so you can just check heights and such of things. This is not intended as a cheap plug. This is just reality. I told you about the great blog post. We have a great online course called Design CPR, Creating Perfect Rooms with Accessories, where I really map it all out and show you how to completely redo and up-level a room using your accessories. So there's always that as an available option for you too, Carolyn, to get rid of overwhelm. But hopefully those tips that I just gave you, those little technique tips, will help you. And trust me, Katie and I have to do an accessory pull. We have some things already purchased for this Boho Paris project that we're doing in Philly, but we're gonna need to go to some local showrooms, pull more to bring in for day of delivery for the big reveal. Trust me, there will be pictures of what we already have. There'll be pictures of the renderings of the space, pictures of the condo in its former state, right? So pictures really help when you're doing an accessory pull. All right, hopefully, Carolyn, that helps you, and feel free to put in a follow-up if you want to. Okay, so from Home Decor Life Love on Instagram, love that handle. She's saying, hi, sweet lady. Oh, hi there. She's saying, Home Decor Life Love is saying, since we are not putting plants above kitchen cabinets anymore, like that, good. Is it acceptable to put a few things in that awkward space between the top of the cabinets and ceiling? All right, okay, HDLL, Home Decor Life Love. Here's the story. Itchy nose. That means I'm about to speak the truth, right? You have to ask yourself, why am I putting something in this location? So I don't believe every space needs to be covered and filled. I don't. And there is a reason for stopping the eye with accessories. There's a reason for adding weight to an area with accessories. Very often, I see super talented design divas like you, doing something because you recognize something's off, but you don't know the real solution. So you try to fix it by accessorizing in the wrong place. Another example, great talented design diva in this private VIP group I had a meetup with last night. Popcorn, and everybody had their little snack and vino or whatever. And Jen is trying to accessorize an area of her bedroom. And because certain proportion issues were problematic in her space, she was broadcasting artwork in an odd location because she was trying to fix a problem at the wrong root. So what I would say to you, Home Decor Life Love, is that can you accessorize above cabinetry? Technically you can, but that would not be the first thing I accessorize. Do you want to draw the eye up there? Is there something else Home Decor Life Love should be accessorizing instead in her kitchen so that the eye is moving well around this space? So as I always say to you, why are you doing any particular thing in any room that you're working on? So Technically, am I saying you can't accessorize up there? No, I'm saying that it's fine. Some of you are working in open concept spaces, two-story spaces where cabinetry is stopping in a kitchen and then going in, you know, and then the second story, the two-story or vaulted ceiling happens for the adjoining great room. I can see a case for there being artwork there or tabletop accessory, but you've really got to be selective in what you're putting in there and why. And thank you for not putting plants up there. It looks a little like, I don't want to say cheesy because I don't want to insult anybody, but it looks kind of like a retailer. It looks kind of like right? Like a merchandised, I don't know, store, as opposed to a home somebody lives in. Who's watering the plants up there? Nobody. So they're fake plus more fake. Oh, in fact, Angela was asking about fake plants. You know what's a great thing to do with faux? Put some real dirt in that pot. Definitely will make it look a little more real. So there it is. Okay, so hopefully that helped you. Home decor, life, love. So happy Tuesday from the San Francisco Bay Area from Melinda. Hey, I'll take it, Melinda. Thank you. Victoria is saying, when you're doing mostly black and white too. Victoria, I don't know what you're saying. So I think that's an answer to somebody else. So I'm going to keep going. Oh, then Victoria said, sent accidentally. So, Victoria, I still don't know what you're saying. You gotta take a deep breath and type it in, and I'll get to your question, Victoria, promise. All right, don't send anything more accidentally to me. Diane is saying, do you like accessories on top of cabinets? Oh, perfect question. We just kind of answered that. China cabinets, kitchen cabinets, generally, not necessarily. No, I don't. It's not the first thing I look to do, but guys, I can make a case for a lot of different yeses on that. You know, a really cool boho space with an interesting china cabinet, something happening, and you want to add more movement to the top of that. I can see it happening. Obviously, certain design styles like modern minimalist, California casual, you know, you're not going to be over accessorizing, you know, rooms and spaces. So hope I'm helping to create clarity on the top of cabinet thing. When we go to design show houses, when you look at some of the best spaces on Pinterest House, it's not the first thing most designers are doing, you know, saying, oh, what can I put on top of that cabinet? That should not be the first place the eye is going, right, in a space. There should be a different focal point in your room. So I hope I helped you there. Send in a follow-up if you have a more specific follow-up. Okay, Pamela says, how do you feel about mixing new items with old accessories in a more transitional home? Love it. Do it. Great. Looks collected. Love it. Glenda is saying, question about accessories on built-ins. We have antique pieces that have great stories. I do not ever want to get rid of them. How can I avoid the tired look with these special items? You know, Glenda, I don't know your design fingerprint. I don't know the design style you're working in. I've got two answers for you. Answer number one is if you add in enough correct texture and line, if your proportions are good, you can do a lot with what you're describing. That said, everything doesn't look good with everything, and everything you've collected through the years, and every family heirloom, hand-me-down, inherited, whatever, doesn't look good with everything else. And so I just think you need to curate and be very careful with what you're putting around and how you're accessorizing things. I think one of the hardest things to do is to accessorize. And I do think that one of the hardest things to do well is to edit when you're accessorizing. You can't put everything into the soup, right? So that's what I would say to you without seeing pictures to be able to help you further. But if you have a follow-up, Glenda, I'm happy to take it. Let's see. Okay, Cheryl Roche is saying, oversized coffee table, 54 by 54. Nice, big square. Thoughts and accessories, large round tray, why not? Would possibly put a wider runner to break up the massiveness. No, not with the runner, no runners. Runners are, I think, kind of have had their moment along with, you know, window scarves and that sort of thing. Listen, Cheryl, I believe you've taken my Decorating Genius course. I don't believe you've taken Design CPR, but in the Design CPR course, I actually show you different coffee table shapes and how to map around in a coffee table a couple of key formulas just to keep leaning into, no matter what the size and shape of your coffee table is, so you can create great vignettes. You can do different setups on that 54-inch table, right? So you're not trying to just take up space. You're trying to decide what kind of grounding do I want to create on this? What kind of story do I want to create on this? What texture or color should I drop into the center of the room? Guys, the coffee table, center of the room. That's like being center stage as the prima ballerina. All eyes are on you. That's a real PowerPoint. So you drop a color there, it matters more. You drop a shape there, it matters more. So coffee table design, I think, is important. And knowing why you're putting what you're putting there, important. So without seeing more of what you're doing in your particular space there, Cheryl, without having pictures with which to teach you, which is what I do in Design CPR, answer yes, great, to a large tray, things styled out on top of that tray. I would not add a runner. Maybe you're going to add some big cocktail table books, you know, stacked near it with other things on it and so forth. Okay, just quick answer there. Instagram, Blazes is saying, is there a rule regarding a mix of wood, ceramic, glass, etc.? I love chinoiserie ginger jars, but I don't want to overdo it. Yeah. That's kind of a big question. It's a great question, and I would love to have visuals to be able to answer you. The mix depends upon your design style, your design fingerprint. Design fingerprint is something that lives underneath your design style, something I teach. It's more about what you love in an interior, like line, form, shape, color, texture, pattern, to name a few, placement. So what that mix needs to be for you, Blazes, might be different than what it needs to be for Alice in California, or Marcia, or who else is with me? Cheryl Roche, right? So your design fingerprint is also going to affect what you love and how you love it. But in terms of a mix, if you want to go real easy, guys, designers break this, but if you want to go simple, that will always work. Do an 80-20 rule, 80% of one, 20 of another, or 70-30-10 is probably better for that, for an accessory mix. 70% of one kind of something, 30% something else, 10% something else, right? Are there exceptions to that rule? You bet there are. I've done gorgeous built-ins where it was all about blue and white pottery, right? And it's fabulous. It depends upon the interior design that you're working in, the style, and also your style. But hopefully, Blazes, that kind of simplistic formula, you know, 70-30-10, that doesn't even work. I am sleep deprived. Help. If you have secrets to share with me about how to stay asleep, I can fall asleep and I'm not staying asleep. Send them to me. We're going to blow an arrow in my ear. Thank you. Yeah. Now that'll wake me up. So the formula would be 70-20-10. I'm embarrassed. 70-20-10 would be it's not good. Sorry. Sleep deprivation. Me no likey. All right, so Marisha is saying, in your opinion, Donna, what is the most important area to accessorize? So good, such a good. Depends on the room you're in, you know. In a dining room, I think the sideboard is much more important to accessorize than the table. In a bedroom, I think that those nightstands are super important, seconded by the big dresser that's in there. In a living room / family room, it depends upon the layout. You know, bookcases are hugely important. They suck up accessories. So if you have bookcases or doing built-ins, you better think about, what am I going to want to put in there, and leave money for it. I don't care if you're shopping in Home Goods, Home Sense, I don't care where you're shopping. A lot of accessories end up going into bookcases. Even to have a more quietly styled bookcase, it does take a lot of accessories. So I think it's all important. I always say to clients, you know, we're going to deliver all your furniture, you know, Tuesday. I want you to know that until all the accessories go in, it's going to look like a naked, half-dressed, you know, face, or it's going to look like an unbaked cake. So the accessories throughout the space are super important, and it's not about the location as much as it is moving the eye. Where am I moving the eye? Why am I moving the eye? And in what way am I moving the eye? Again, accessories, remember I said at the beginning, this is a big topic. That's why I have a whole course on it. I didn't say that at the beginning, but that is why I have a whole course on it. It's a big topic. So much of interior design has been so dumbed down. It kills me because I think it creates confusion for you guys. It's been so dumbed down by the DIY design machine, the 300-word blog posts, you know, the quick Insta posts. And look, I'm a blogger, I'm an Instagrammer, and there's only so much content you can put into a 300-word blog post. Do you know how long it would take me to read 300 words to you? About 38 seconds. How much real content can I communicate to you in 38 seconds? Not a lot. So answer all, the entire room is important to accessorize, and it's not one piece of furniture or one area. It's the all of the space, all of the, it's the whole, it's the movement within the whole room working in tandem. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right, there it is. Okay. Marcia is saying I have a balcony. Okay, so that's off topic. I'm not going to talk about, Marcia, your balcony, just because I said at the beginning I was going to try to take questions that are on topic, because we have a lot of on topic questions. Barry in Insta is saying, I am always stumped by my dining room table centerpiece. Yay, such a good question, Barry with an I. My chair backs are very tall. Do I fight with the chair backs? No. Never fight with your furniture. I believe in peace and love with your furniture. Or do I just go with something low? All right, Barry with an I. Here's the story, Barry. What not to do in your dining room table. Don't set it like it's a table ready for everybody to come sit at it. Again, it looks like a store, merchandise, right? People don't leave their do not leave your dining room set up that way. The beautiful dining rooms you're seeing on Pinterest, Insta, that professional designers that we're putting out in our portfolio, we don't have the table set. 99% of the time. Once in a while, yeah, Veranda will show a beautifully set table around holiday time, because they want to get you excited about setting your holiday table, right? So Barry, here's the thing. People move around a room like a dining room table, right? So you walk past it when you're in the foyer. So things don't have to be super high to move past your chair backs, because as you're moving, you're going to get a different view of this thing. That said, accessories, you don't want little itty bitty things, little 6-inch things. You probably want things that are in mid-size, maybe some things that are slightly taller to create whatever your vignette is. It could be one simple footed bowl or whatever, filled with something. Just think about, Barry, what are you going to do with that centerpiece when it is time to set your dining room table? Where's that centerpiece going to go? So when I see people building these super elaborate, centerpieces with tons of candles and stuff and things and different layered things, I always think about what happens when you're setting the table for Sunday dinner or Easter dinner or Hanukkah dinner. Where are you going to put that thing? So I think that your centerpiece can be simple in a dining room, and gathering the weight toward the inside center, not the full running center, can also be a help to you. Hopefully that helps you. Last 2 questions from Katie B. So here we go. Let's see. Make them good. So Elaine is saying, along with plants, how many color accessories should one use? It's the wrong question. You're brilliant, Elaine, for asking it, but your accessories need to be tied to what's going on in your space. So that's the question you should be asking. What's my color palette and what do I need to reinforce? Rhonda is saying, what accessory can I add? And brilliant question. Thank you for asking it, Elaine. Rhonda is saying, what accessories can I add to a glass rectangular kitchen table? It's in an informal space. I need to see a picture to tell you, Rhonda. Rhonda's also asking, how can I take your courses? Okay, go to our website, theinteriordesignadvocate.com, and go to the Learn Interior Design with Me tab, and you'll see our 3 key courses. They are the bomb. They are so good. They layer really well together. Design CPR is a great dessert first, quick results course to take. If you just want a result in anywhere from 4 hours to 2 weeks to 4 weeks, depending upon what you want to do in your project. I map it all out for you. And you have this rinse and repeat formula you can just keep, and strategies that you can just keep using throughout every room in your home. And if you like what you see there, go to the blog first, or before you purchase, because right now we've continued to keep current because of COVID, and we just love you guys. There's a current 20% off coupon on the blog. You'll see it right on the right-hand margin of the blog. So you can get 20% off on any one of our courses, including Design CPR, Creating Perfect Rooms. So, Rhonda, and just know too that if you do take one of our courses, giving me a thumbs up, you'll have access to a private Facebook group with a really amazing Design Diva community where you're posting pictures and questions and your wins. And also, my team and I are in there looking at things. You design, my team and I are not designing for you. You design the team and community guides. All right, there it is. Did I get to my last two questions? Somebody's replying to Rhonda. Last question from Mindy Holly. What are your thoughts on incorporating personal photographs? I love it. Please make sure that it's not like the trouble with tribbles. You don't have photographs everywhere. I think 3 to 5 in a room is really good. Or a photo wall. Great way to tame a photo wall is to convert everything to black and white. That's what a lot of designers do. And if you just say, look, I've got relatives who are going to be really pissed off if I don't have their picture in my, whatever room, then buy a good looking, electronic frame and load all 100 pictures in there. That'll keep your whole family politically happy, politically correct, and then you just, circle through those. When can you do a gajillion photos? If you've got a baby grand piano and you want, 16 photos, all layered in. But here's the problem. Looks like a bunch of clutter. Those 16 photos, if they're on top of that baby grand piano, no one photo is going to be important. Nothing's going to stand out. So I think, 3 to 5 photos in a room is great. And if it's a private space, maybe in your bedroom where you watch TV and you really want to have pictures of just the whole family on a particular console, you can, but it really will look like a lot of clutter very, very quickly. All right. Some things you can do to tame that is make sure you're varying your heights of your picture frames. Try to keep your frames in a similar finish and color. Maybe everything's a silver frame or a white frame, or everything's in a black frame of some version of black or an off black, right? So hopefully that can help you. If you missed any portion of this, you can always catch up on YouTube. You can always find us on YouTube at The Interior Design Advocate. If you're not following us on Instagram, OMG, are you missing it? Well, you guys are at decorating.genius, but you may not be following us at our luxury design company, which is at IDH Designs. So the difference between the two feeds, well, this feed is kind of a baby feed. We started it kind of late, but you'll get to see what we're doing in our luxury design company. And I have made the vow as of my birthday this summer that I am going to start taking you into the design studio more and more and more in that feed, the design studio feed. So something just to think about. Next week we are here again, 4 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, and we're talking about outdoor spaces. The 3 big challenges when you're doing outdoor spaces, whether it's a patio, a deck, a covered patio, a covered deck, a pool deck, doesn't matter. Challenges of outdoor spaces. All right, lovelies, I have loved being here with you. I have loved being able to serve and support. Can't wait to see you next week, 4 p.m. Okay, 4 p.m. Eastern. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Donna. Thanks so much for watching. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and comment below so I know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the Interior Design Advocates channel so you don't miss any of our great content.